What's going on, guys? In this video we are going to be talking about the top 5 e-scouting tips here in the state of Utah and surrounding western states. Let's dig into it. All right, for tip number 1, we are going to briefly talk about mapping systems. My go-to is Google Earth. I start at Google Earth. Once I figure out where my unit is, I start at Google Earth and I start digging into it hard. And then from Google Earth, I will use onX right alongside of that. I will copy coordinates in good areas that I see in Google Earth and bring it right over to onX and actually see it and mark it so that in the field, I can run out there, I can check it out, I can delete that waypoint if I need to. Right now we're gonna run over tip number 2. Tip number 2 is kind of crucial, really. So what are the key essentials that these animals need to survive? Food, water, and shelter. Shelter being bedding areas. You can dig into food all the way down the line to where summertime to wintertime, how their food comes about and what they like to eat in different times of the year. I'm not going to dig into all of that because I could sit here and make a video about that for 30 minutes. So what I like to do, if I know I have an October tag or a summer archery tag, whatever tag I have, I will go right to internet. I will search up what kind of food will deer or elk eat in the summertime. What kind of food do they eat in the wintertime? It's September. The technology these days, there's always an answer for everything. So without me digging into it and really spending a half hour on this, I'm just gonna say visit online, go to Google and search that up. Water sources. Obviously, deer and elk need water every 3 days. So keep that in mind as you are out in the field scouting. Keep that in mind when you're e-scouting as well. If you do see a pocket of water somewhere, look around it. See where a loop could be created to where an animal can come back to water and then continue their rotation. That's all the animals are doing, is doing one big rotation. So that they get water, they go eat, they bed, they eat, they bed, they eat, their bed, and then they end up back around water. So keep all of that in mind as you're e-scouting online, Google Earth, and onX, and when you're even out in the field. All right, now let's talk about shelter, their bedding areas. I look for north-facing slopes where I know there's gonna be shade for most of the day. I look for tall ponderoosas where it's gonna be shaded. I look for pines, I look for quakies. Anywhere really where it's on a north-facing slope to where they can get around in bed and have shade all day. Obviously, yes, the sun moves and they will sometimes have to get up and move out of the sun. Typically during that 2 o'clock time is when that sun is actually transitioning to the evening time. So that's when they'll need to get up and kind of move around. Along with the north-facing slopes, if it is in the summertime and they are hot, these animals will bed down close to water. So then it won't have to be a day adventure to get back to water. So just be mindful as you guys are doing your e-scouting on whether it's in the field, onX, Google Earth, be mindful of a water source that is close to a north slope. Tip number 3 for you guys. Tip number 3 is know your regulations. Know what state you are hunting in, know their rules and laws. Trail cameras are a big thing here in the state of Utah. A few years ago, they did a ban on trail cameras to where you have to have your trail cameras pulled by July 31st. Here in 2025, we are still at that trail camera ban to where we need to pull our cameras by July 31. Like I said, get your proclamation, look at your proclamation, read it thoroughly, understand the laws, understand the rules, know where you can take a side-by-side, know where you can take a four-wheeler, or whether it's a hiking trail with no motorized vehicles. Everything to that matter, read your handbook, learn that handbook. Trail cameras are crucial. If you can get out, find your pin from step 1, your mapping systems, mark your pin, go out there, maybe throw a camera out to see what's out there. Be mindful of that trail camera closure. You have to have your cameras pulled by July 31. 4, we are going to talk about after your e-scout. I know this video is about e-scouting, but there is nothing better than going to put your own eyes on the field. You did your homework, you spent hours, days looking at Google Earth, going to onX. Now it's time to actually drive to your unit and check it out. That's the only way that you're gonna know if there's animals there or not. Now, when you get there, make sure you know from your previous e-scouting where you can park your truck, where you can camp, where you could pop up a tent if there's overnight camping, if there's not overnight camping, where the roads end, what roads can you take to get to your pen. All of that matters while e-scouting on your step one, getting familiar with your unit. Travel these roads on that unit. See how far you can get, see how rocky it is. Maybe you can't take a truck, maybe you have to take a four-wheeler or side-by-side, maybe even a dirt bike. Get to know these roads for when it's time for you to execute on your hunt. So you're not wasting time, oh, what's down this road? I never went down that road. You know, obviously you might not have time to go down every single road, but if you can find that specific area where that 400 bull is or that 200-inch buck is, you're gonna know that, hey, I can bring my family down here in a truck and we can execute and get this animal on the ground. Along with the roads and where you can hike, possible access, the DNR website has all of that. Whether it's wildlife management areas, whether it's summer ranges, the DNR website has all of this information right at your fingertips. All you have to do is search it and it pops up. You can go directly to that specific unit and see the map, where trailheads are, what kind of trailheads. It has all of that information on the DNR website. So please use that information that is given to you. Number 5, have fun. Go out, explore the woods, explore these animals, learn these animals, do research on these animals, see what they like, see what they don't like. E-scouting helps us so much before even getting out and hitting the boots on the ground, really. E-scouting is crucial on units that you've never been to. If you've never been to a unit before, Google Earth is totally free. Hop on that, go through those 5 tips I just told you, use onX. There are tons of different mapping systems that are out there. There's just so many, but I use onX and Google Earth, and I cross-reference those like crazy. So guys, get out, have fun, go learn an area, find that big bull, find that big buck, and good luck this 2025 season. Now, I am no professional when it comes to e-scouting. I am just your everyday Utah hunter. This is just what I do when I get a tag and it's a new area I've never been to. This is just what works for me, and I have found that has worked. Make sure you leave a thumbs up, drop a comment down below on what you guys want to see next, and please hit that subscribe button.